All right, good morning. So it's a little earlier than my normal video, but I wanted to get one out there. This will be an interesting one. And you might sense from the title it'll be a little unusual. Pretty unusual if the doctor tells you that it's okay to smoke. Now, I'll tell you, that can be good news, but when it comes from a brain cancer doctor, that's probably not great news. But nonetheless, you live life as you get it, and if you got the opportunity to enjoy life, enjoy life. So I'll get into a little more about that here shortly. Let's do a watch check just because it was handy and I kind of like them. Some of you will turn off the video now, but this is an Invicta, and it's a Rolex replica of that beautiful green, but I like them. It's cheap, unlike these boots. These boots are Jayco's boots out of New York City, made by Luke Casey. Alligator belly, unbelievable teal throughout the scales, and then a teal ostrich leg. Fantastic. So we got Liza over there. She's just chilling. The other dogs are around, and so if you can smoke anything, and the doctor says, "Hey, go ahead. What do you smoke?" I'm on a little bit of a time clock. I don't know that time clock when that's going to run out, but it's definitely ticking. So I think I'm going to smoke one of these. It's really early in the morning, so I don't know if I want a real strong one, but I can't sleep. So I'm going to smoke one of these limited edition Davidoffs. I got a couple of these, really hard to find. This one, the Master Selection of 2012. Wow. So it's a Toro 6x52. Might be a little strong for 4:25 in the morning, but hey, we'll see. We'll make do. I could have smoked. This is another one here that I've been saving. It's a house-made one. Gosh, can't even read the label there. But I know that was made for a special. It's the Golden Band Awards. So I'll hold off. I'll smoke that one later. It is smaller, so it might be a better one now. But let's do this Master Selection 2012. We'll see how it is. Love the Davidoffs. I'm going to check the humidity level here if I can find my humidity gauge. I think it's here somewhere. Let's pause. Yes, here it is. So we'll check the humidity level on this with this really nice humidity meter, just to kind of give it a fair shake. We'll close up the humidor. Had a bunch of guys over tonight. Fantastic night. We smoked cigars. We enjoyed life and celebrated life. So let's get into this cigar. So again, the must be pretty cool cigar when the label is signed there. You can see that. I don't know if it's showing up, but again, this is the Davidoff Master Selection, and we'll open it up, fire it up, see what we think about it, and then I'll get into the story behind the doctor telling me, go ahead and smoke. So, anyway, humidity tester. Let's take a look. Let's go in here, get the video on here. We'll turn that baby on. Maybe you can see it. We'll plug her in. And we got a nice reading, if you can see it. It might not show on the calendar, but 70%. Wow, it's holding really nice. Do it one more time just to make sure. And yeah, 70%. So again, I don't know if that shows up there, but that's perfect. So right away, a good start on this Davidoff is it's held its humidity well in the back of the humidor, probably a perfect 70. Might be just a tad bit moist. We'll find out though. So we'll sit down here. We'll get this fired up, and I'll tell you the story of my adventurous week. So nice pre-draw. Nice flavor on the wrapper. Beautiful wrapper. About the perfect shade. And kind of a cheat on the 3-puff test, but great flavor. Really interesting flavor on the wrapper there. Almost Cuban-esque, you know. It's got that almost kind of a sandy, salty feel. I'm going to shut this door so I don't get too much smoke blown into the other parts of the room. I get the exhaust off so that the video sounds good, and I don't want the smoke to go everywhere. But wow. Perfect draw. Great flavor. You know, doesn't it kind of make you curious when great cigar makers like Davidoff, they come out with like a master selection. You say, well, how much better can it be than some of these other ones? And I'll tell you, the first few puffs, it's really, really good. Maybe one of the best cigars I've ever smoked. It's not as strong as a lot of the Davidoffs. Doesn't have spice, but boy, is it smooth, creamy. I mean, it's 2012, so we're talking. This is 2024, so good 12 years of aging really helps, and the humidity's perfect. The blend is really good. I think I got this from my friends up at Cousin Cigar in Akron. I think they had this. So a real treat. So anyway, so my week. Well, it started out a few weeks ago. As you know, I've kind of had a lull there. I didn't do some videos, and I wasn't feeling all that well. And mostly headaches. You know, when the headache went on for 3 weeks, it's time to go see the doctor. At that point, I had some perception issues, visual perception issues. Almost got into a couple of car wrecks and wasn't seeing things all that clearly, even though I thought I was seeing things clear. But I could tell something was definitely off. I would walk into things at home, but I'd see them. And just things weren't generally right. Just a little dizzy, a little bit off. You know, if I had to put it in a percentage, you know, 3 weeks ago, I'd say, you know, I was about 70, 80% myself. You know, couldn't figure out why. And then I kind of decreased, got down about the 60% level, had another kind of close call in the car, not seeing somebody and going down the wrong way on the road. And so I got into the doctor. I got in before that, but, you know, it takes time for them to evaluate. And they said, you know, maybe you got vertigo or something. And I said, nah, I don't think so. And They didn't either, so they eventually scheduled a MRI of the head, of the brain. And it took a little while to get that scheduled. And they did that, and we got the results on Monday. Today's Friday. And the results weren't good. Had some brain swelling, some lesions. And if you go in, this was outpatient, you go in to the lab to do the MRI, and they immediately tell you, they called your doctor, and you got to drive there right away and go see him. That's another red flag. And then when you get to your doctor, when the doctor says, hey, you need to go to the ER, I've already called them, and they're going to meet you, and you got to deal with this brain swelling and these lesions. So that's what I did. That was on Monday. Got admitted. Sent up to the Cleveland Clinic, which is a world-renowned hospital. I can't say enough about the staff and the care they give you there. They're just fantastic. And I had a brain biopsy. And I don't get the official results until another week from Monday. But, I had preliminary results from the doctor. And he said, it's brain cancer. It's likely, again, we got to get the results, likely in the glioma factory. Now, I've had a couple of cancers before I've survived. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. I've had colon cancer, and that was 16 years ago. And I survived that, had a colon resection, did the chemo and all that, and did fine. And then about 13 years ago, I had liver cancer. And the liver cancer resulted in me getting a liver transplant. Again, that was 13 years ago, and that took care of that. But I don't know that any of it had to do with smoking. Some of it might have had to do with drinking. I can get into that in some other videos. But I've also been sober for, I just celebrated my 12 years of sobriety. Had a lot of friends over. We had a great time. But anyway, we're not sure. But if there is a snippet of good news, the doctor thinks that this may not be a metastasized cancer, which would mean it didn't come from the liver or the colon, but it's a new cancer. And it would be my trifecta, right? It'd be the third one, having the colon, the liver, and now brain cancer. So, I asked the doctor, I said, I'm a cigar smoker, smoke 1 or 2 a day. What do you think? Is this, should I, is this going to have an impact? And he said, smoke your cigars. So there you go. Again, good news, bad news, right? If they get to the point where they're telling you smoke your cigars, your time is limited. But, the thing is, time is precious. And, use your moments you have in time, no matter how much time you have left, to live life to the fullest. It's been my motto, wear great boots and get fun watches and smoke good cigars, and be around people you love and you care about, and who love and care about you, and be with your dogs. Dogs are, I'm convinced that I can see God through the eye of my dogs. So anyway, that's where I'm at, and we're going to see where it goes. I don't know exactly how much time I got. We'll find out probably a week from Monday what the options are, treatment options. but I know it's not curable. So we'll see, and, maybe I'll have some more videos of some of my other real good cigars that I've been saving. I'm sharing them with friends. They came over. They had the pick of the humidor. Most of them picked the Padron 50s to smoke. Thankfully, they didn't find this Master Selection back in the humidor because I offered the humidor open to anybody. So we had about 12 guys over. It was a great time. So we'll do some reviews. I'll talk about, my theory on life a little bit, what it's like to go through this. Maybe you'll find it interesting. I don't know. I don't plug subscribing. I never have. I got a lot of subscribers. But if you want to subscribe, that's great. If it brings in a little bit of revenue, even better. But hopefully I make some interesting content for you. Should be interesting because I don't know, you probably don't get to talk to too many people who know they're on the clock. We're all on the clock, but my clock is I'm in the 2-minute warning section of the football game, I think. So we got to run some good plays here, it is what it is. I got to keep a positive attitude. I'm in a good spiritual space. I've had a good life. And we all have some regrets. I think we'd be crazy if we didn't. But, for the most part, I've made my amends. And try to live life the best I can and enjoy it, And hopefully I've helped some of you enjoy life and enjoy a cigar. I hope you're sitting there smoking a cigar with me. So this Master Selection, it does keep going out, but I'm talking a lot, so that's probably why. But it lights back up. It looks like it's a perfect burn. Fantastic flavor. Hard to describe the flavor, really is. I mean, it's just creamy, it's smooth, it's got a depth to it. You can tell it's aged. I don't know, it's got just some really fine notes. So whatever they used in this Master Selection, I should look it up here, but you know me if you've watched my videos. I'm not much on giving you all the little nuances of whatever little flavors I think are coming out. I'm pretty much, is this a good cigar or isn't it? And this is a good one. If you get lucky. I don't know if they got any more up there, Cousin Cigar in Akron. I don't think they do, but if you find any online, there might be. I can look here real quick. Master Selection. I think I hit the wrong password, but we'll see. Nice smoke. It ended up, for an early morning smoke. I've had a lot of thoughts going around in my head, and I just couldn't sleep. So I thought I'm going to get up and smoke a cigar. Write out a to-do list. And figure I'll do a video. Some of you have been asking, where's your videos? So I appreciate that. I appreciate the interest. So all right, let's do one. Let's have one here while I'm smoking it. I can write out my to-do list with the rest of the cigar, and maybe make it interesting. So Davidoff Master Selection 2012. Toro, yeah. So this is from the Davidoff.com site, and so I don't know. It popped in and popped out. I don't know where that went. Let's see. They had some other master selections that they said were coming out, so it sort of went away there. Let me see if I can find a better Holtz cigar. Holtz has a little write-up on an ultra rare limited edition top blenders at Davidoff oily Ecuadorian wrapper. I do like the Ecuadorian wrappers, really good. Oily, yeah. I mean, it's not tremendously oily, but it's aged, so maybe some of that oil is soaked in there. Special recipe of premium Dominican long fillers, including select Yamasa tobacco. So that's probably why I like it. I like the Yamasa. Although the Yamasa Davidoff, I think if it's just all Yamasa, it's a little much. I mean, it's still a good cigar. This is an incredible blend. It does say matured in bourbon barrels for added character and sweetness. Well, I hope that doesn't ruin my sobriety date. I don't think so. But yeah, you can tell maybe that's where it's getting. It does have a tad bit of sweetness to it. Character, unbelievable character of this cigar. Finished cigars were rolled over 2 years ago and have been aging under supervision of Eladio Diaz. Yeah. It says it has medium body. I would say that. No more than medium, which is nice. You know, if you get medium with great flavor, that's that's it. That's what you want. You know, you don't strong usually has great flavor, but if you can get medium with great flavor, even better. Cigars are rolled over 2 years ago, been aging under Eladio Diaz, as I mentioned. Profile roasted almond milk coffee, oak and hints of pepper in a classic 6x52 Toro. The pepper is kind of faded, which is good because this has been aged, but it's 2012. So, you know, this is, again, 12-year aged at this point. Sold out. Only $35 is what Holtz had them, which I would say is a good deal for this cigar. Fantastic cigar. Don't know if you could find him anywhere. Mr. Cigar. Not familiar with this site. Looks like it's out of London. They got them. They got a box of 10 for $450. And if you got the cash, it's not a bad deal because it's, like I said, a really nice, one of the best cigars I've ever had, I'd say. Half Wheel. They did a selection of the 2014, so I won't look at that. I don't know if anybody else is Tobacconist of Greenwich. I got one on here, but out of stock. Looking to see if there's any other reviews. Half Wheel has Master Selection in general. So these looks like they go back a ways. Looks like they did not do a review necessarily of the 2012. I think I have it listed here. They said it came out in August of 2022, so aged 10 years at that point. 7,000 boxes, 10 cigars each, so a total of 70,000 cigars. But I don't see a review of it. But I'll tell you what, my review is going to be a good one. So, thank you to the folks over at Davidoff for making my night pleasant here under the circumstances. So, anyway, hopefully I'll be doing some more videos. We'll kind of go through some things. I got some good cigars in there to review. And I got a number of boot reviews because I'm going to go through my boots. Probably put some of them up for sale. So if you like boots, you have some really unique boots. So you can check those videos out, and we'll go from there. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being fans of the channel. And again, we'll keep you posted. All right. And flip this around here and get the Havana Smoker sign. And Liza looks comfortable over there. And we'll see you soon.